Hello and what is up, guys? My name is Jager-M from Screencasters, coming to you now with the revised updated deck profile of my Cyber Dragons. Yes, as you know, I am a member of Team Bro Power, and one of my fellow members, Yuki Nono, also plays Cyber Dragons. He plays Power Bond, the Power Bound version deck, and I play the Cyber Dragon Rank 5 Spam version of the deck. Me and Tyler go back and forth on who has the better deck, and I really think I have the better deck, but he has more views, so I guess technically he's right. But yeah, we go back and forth. But this isn't Jager-M versus Yuki Nono. This is me and you guys talking about Cyber Dragons. So without further ado, I've been talking for too long. Let's get to deck profile. Cyber Dragons, yay! So first things first, you do 3 Cyber Dragon. He's one of the main cards of the deck. He actually is the main card of the deck. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't run 3. Then we do 3 Cyber Dragon Core. Cyber Dragon Core is really powerful. I prefer him over Dre in the deck. Because he's just an overall better card. Like, you can, he's I'd much rather draw him than Dre. Because you can normal summon him, search for a Cyber Spell or Trap. In this build, you only have 3 targets, which are 3 Cyber Pair Plants. Well, that's okay, because if he's in your graveyard, which also counts as a Cyber Dragon on field and graveyard, you can banish him if your opponent has a monster and you don't special summon any Cyber Dragon monster. Let me just focus that. Yeah, if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, banish the game, special summon 1 Cyber Dragon monster from your deck. People were saying that you cannot special summon himself for Dre, but people don't notice that there's actually parentheses around the word Cyber Dragon, and then there's monster, not just Cyber Dragon. So technically you can banish him from your graveyard, bring out another copy of himself, and then machine dupe him, and yeah, it's a fun play that I like doing in the deck. Then we do 3 Galaxy Soldier. He is also searchable through Cyber Pair Plant, as almost all your other monsters are, except for 1. And he's really powerful. You can discard your Cyber Dragon Dre or Core, get them in the graveyard for a pair plant, special summon them, and he fills up the hand advantage you lost by discarding by adding another copy of himself from your deck to your hand. You can only use that effect once per turn, but you can special summon as many of these guys per turns as you have lights, and as you know, every monster in the deck is a light monster. So that's for the 3 ubs. Awesome. On for the 2 ubs, we do 2 Cyber Dragon Dre, and 2 Golden Jet. Golden Jet's really good. He's like an honorary Cyber Dragon. But before we get to him, let's talk about Dre. A lot of people play 3 Cyber Dragon Dre. I don't. I've been playing Cyber Dragons for a very long time, and while I was a really big advocate for Dre, I just don't like him much anymore. Typically Golden Jet does what Dre does for me, but Dre, when you use the effect, when he's normal summoned to make Cyber Dragons you control level 5, you can only special summon machines for the entire turn. Not like Fusion Conscriptor can work around it. His is the entire turn, you can only special summon machines. And that's not bad if you have like the Nova Loop going on and Limiter and all that stuff for the OTK. But sometimes that is a hindrance to you. Like sometimes you want to go into Pleiades, you want to Shark Fortress, just anything else. So yeah, he's really good, but mostly I use him to ditch with Galaxy Soldier to make Repair Plant always live, and to help establish a Nova Loop. Golden Jet, which is also searchable through Cyber Pair Plant, he does what Dre does, but you can go into Pleiades, basically normal summon him, make him level 5, that's all you need to know. So that's for the 2 ubs. Last of the monsters, we do 2 Ghost Ship. Ghost Ship is really good. It's not a machine, it can't be searched through Cyber Pair Plant, I wish it was. But yeah, you can banish 1 light from your graveyard, which is almost every monster in the deck, which is literally every monster in the deck. Special summon it, you can special summon as many as you want, as long as you got lights in grave. You can special summon it attack mode, you can overlay, it's also a light for Pleiades. It's a really, really powerful card, and I love it. So that's for the monsters for rank 5 build. Sorry about the background, my parents were very loud. The spells, 3 Cyber Pair Plant. I don't know how you can play the deck without 3 of these babies. If you have a Cyber Dragon graveyard, you can either activate one of these effects, you can put one of them back into your deck, or you can add a light machine from your deck to the hand, which is pretty powerful. If you have 3 or more, activate both the effects in sequence. So, yeah, really consistent. It's also searchable through Core. Speaking of consistency, we have 3 Upstart Hoban, or Upstart Goblin. I was running Reckless Greeds, but since this build is a lot faster and go for power and consistency, the 3 Goblins are warranted. Then we do 3 Power Bond, and 1 machine dupe. Power Bond is really good, and since we have Fusion Conscription, it's almost always live. Yes, there are those times we draw 3 power bonds, but the fusion conscription really helps that out. So there's that. Anytime you go for the power bond OTK, you go for it. And machine dupe, I only run 1 because I only really resolve 1. I mean, theoretically can go for more, but I don't. So yeah, every time I open with this, I activate it on core, and it's just amazing. So yeah, there's that. That's for the 3 ubs, including machine dupe. On to the 2 ubs. 2 fusion conscription. And 2 instant fusion. Now, in Tyler's build, Yukinono's build, he ran 3 fusion conscription. I disagree with that. Like, I view fusion conscription the same way I view instant fusion. You don't want to run 3, because just like Pot of Duality, you'll activate 1 per turn. And now, while it does add consistency to the deck, just like instant fusion does, you can activate 1. So, and you can add your Cyber Dragon by revealing your Cyber Twin Dragon, but you can't summon it. You can power bond it, but you cannot, summon it. So drawing multiples of these or these is bad. But instant fusion, you can activate it, bring out your, your Panzer Dragon, and you can just make them die or go for rank 5 plays, or you can just let them die and pop a monster or a card. Super good and super consistent, adds that rank 5 spam. Ugh, excuse me. On to last of the 2 ubs. 2 Forbidden Lance. And 2 MST. MSTs are for your back row hate. MST is really powerful. Every time I drew into it, I never not wanted it. It's really powerful. Lance is really good in the deck. There have been so many times where you went to power bond, your opponent tries to bottomless you. Lance alleviates that, And the cool thing about Lance and power bond, since the monster's already summoned, you still get the double attack boost from power bond. Yeah, it's not an activating effect, but unless they negate the summon, in which case Lance can't stop that, but MST can preemptively, so that's what we do for the deck. Onto the 1-ubs, 1 Limiter, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Raigeki, and 1 Day of Peace. 1 Day of Peace, if you don't have the OTK, or they stop you at Battle Fate or something, this makes it so you don't have an auto loss. Yeah, it's a 1-ub, but it's really easy to get hold of. Raigeki is for the board wipe. Foolish Barrel gets you out of a bind. Send core to the graveyard to make Repair Plant live. Yeah. So there's that. You can banish that core for something good. Limit removal. Basically the OTK card of the deck. Summon as many Cyber Dragons as you want. Activate this. Make them all 4200. Sweet per game. Not bad at all. An 8400 attacking Cyber Dragon Nova is nothing to complain about. Onto the traps. I only do 3. Double Trap Stun, and 1 Black Horn of Heaven. A lot of people give me hate for Black Horn of Heaven, but I love the card. Like, oh, it sucks against pendulums, or oh, it can't stop Stall Fusion stuff. I mean, yeah, that is true. But what does it stop? It stops any extra deck monster that's, brings itself out. Like, for example, Exciton stops it. 101 stops it. Castel stops it. Dark Rebellion stops it. Any Synchro monsters like Goyo, it stops it. I think it doesn't stop Quasar, I think. But anyway, it does. It's a really powerful card. It stops the extra deck monsters that really go out of their way to get rid of like your fusions or rank 5. So yeah, I really like it in the deck as a 1-of. Trap Stun. One thing I like to do is a preemptive Trap Stun. Like as soon as my turn starts, activate it. They don't chain to it. I can just go for game. So yeah, it's really good. I don't have Denkos. I can't afford them. But if you do, I would recommend Denkos. But Trap Stun's working good for me personally. On to the extra deck, we do 2 Panzer Dragon. These are your instant fusion targets. Yeah, basically it's an honorary Cyber Dragon. It's a light machine. If it's brought out and it dies, you can pop a card. What's there not to like? Onto our power bond targets, we only have 2. 2 Cyber Twin Dragon. Basically, all you need to know is that if you ever resolve power bond and get an attack off, you win. Because 5600 to the face is a lot. 5600 to the face twice is game. Don't always remember that. If you got the OTK, go for it. And one Barbaroid. If Nova, let me show you. If your Cyber Dragon Nova does die, you can bring it by a card effect. You can bring out 1 fusion machine. That's how you get this guy out. When this guy dies by card effect, you get this guy. So here's a fun thing to tell you guys, so it'll be like an argument in the comments. So yeah, he's really good. He stops fire, nice hand, really good card. Does burn damage. Onto the Xyz. I'll only do 2 rank 4s, 1 Gear Gigant X, and 1 Steel Storm Roach. You can honestly put any other like extra deck monster you want in here. Replace them for a Cyber End, or Castell or anything like that. I just really prefer Roach. He's just a really good card. I like him. It's not a good reason to have in the deck, but I really like him. Gear Gigant, sometimes you don't want to go for a rank 5, like you have your Golden Jet or, you know, your Dre that you brought out with Core. They stopped you mid-play. This makes you extend your plays. Kind of like the Lavalval Chain for your deck, not as in a graveyard effect, but to get your plays for next turn. Really good. I like Gear Gigant. On to the other rank 5s. Do 2 Cyber Dragon Nova. You never really need 3. You can bring out 3, but you never really need it. Like 2 already on the field is game, if you know what you're doing. So yeah, it's really good, really powerful. It's the main extra deck monster of the deck. We do 1 Volcasaurus, 1 Tyrus, 1 Wind-Up Arsenal Zenmayo, double Constellar Pleiades, and 1 Shark Fortress. Oh. There we go. Volcasaurus, just destroy opponent's monster, go for burn damage. It's the cowboy of the deck. Tyrus can power through all that back row, and if it destroys during the end of the battle phase, if it attacked or was attacked, can pop a thing, which is really great. Zenmayo is to get rid of set cards. Shark Fortress to attack twice for that OTK push, and they can only attack him. And Constellar Pleiades is like the monster I bring out the most in the deck. It's between him, Cyber Dragon Nova, and Cyber Twin. I bring out these 3 the most out of every other monster in the deck. So yeah, that's a Cyber Dragon deck profile, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I put a lot of effort and time into this deck. I really feel like this is the best version of the deck. The amazing rank 5 spam Cyber Dragon deck. If you have any comments, suggestions on anything I can improve on the deck, anything to add to the deck, any questions on why I did this or why I have this and this amount, why didn't I play that, just please comment them down below. I'd totally answer you guys. But yeah, this is Jager-M from Screencasters. Don't forget to like the video, comment the video, and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the description. I have the links to my social medias for the channel there. And don't forget to like the Facebook page and follow me on Twitter so you can be updated on everything that I do. This is Jager-M from Screencasters, signing out. See you guys.